Boyd's starting a podcast, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the first episode of the podcast. It's going to be the HandWrap Podcast, where every week me and Spick are going to rap about who's getting these hands.
Hell yeah, this guy got everything sized up, ready to go. I got everything right here.
So, but before we get into this Saturday's card, which is, I believe, Vegas 71, I want to talk about a couple things last week.
John Jones, baby.
Jones is back. He 3 years away, comes back, finishes it in 2 minutes, pound for pound number one king.
Submit Cyril Gane in the first fucking round, bro. I swore, sorry, but keep it going.
Okay, man. And then another big thing, Mexico has another champion, the third Mexican-born champion in, I think, as many months. Right?
Alexa Grasso made me lose my money.
Submitted Valentina Shevchenko, which nobody expected, but I called it. But
man, Valentina Shevchenko is like one of my favorites, bro. And like watching that was like depressing. I had like a parlay that all I needed of her was win by submission or decision or knockout, TKO, and that ruined my whole parlay. And this guy was saying, yo, Alexa Grasso is going to win. I'm like, bro, there's no way she beats Valentina Shevchenko, but it's the year of upsets.
And then, obviously, I don't know if you guys have seen that picture. I'm going to put it right here, the picture of what she did to Valentina's face. I heard she was talking to her coach, and her coach would tell her, count, and every time you count, squeeze. So 1 squeeze, 2 squeeze. She says she got all the way up to 12 with Valentina.
I didn't even see that, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I know that they had the picture of her head. Because she put her in like a headlock, bro.
Yeah. It was like on her chin.
Yeah, and it was like pale white and it was like red on top. If you ever see a picture, pull up a picture of Valentina's face and just put it on the screen, bro. Her face was all red here and all pale here from just getting her life choked out of her, bro. Unbelievable.
One more thing is I want to mention a guy I'm pretty high on. I know Spick's pretty high on too. Ian Gary.
Yeah, Ian Gary, bro. It was a good card, eh? What do you think? It was a good card.
I think that was the best card of the year so far. And I like that he showed some intestinal fortitude there. He got rocked early in that first round and got dropped.
Whoever's watching right now, like if you did watch the UFC, say in the comments, did you like that John Jones just done him in one round, or were you waiting to like watch some? I wanted to see some spinning elbows, high kicks. I wanted to see Cyril Gane, see if he could take, because he was a light heavyweight, right? So I want to see how he hits as a heavyweight, and like he never really got to even hit Cyril Gane.
There's one picture where he punched Cyril Gane right in the mouth, and it looks like Cyril Gane's mouth got...
The slow motion shit is unreal, bro. The slow motion, even in boxing.
But back to Ian Gary for a second. He got rocked early in the first round.
Yeah, this is the first time he's ever been tested for sure.
But he came back and he finished him. And then I like he got the little Conor McGregor swag walking around.
Yeah, that's his idol.
Yeah, he called him McGregor calls him what, a fucking daisy.
Bo Nickel.
Oh my God, the hype is real.
Jeez, bro. We were trying to drop you guys a podcast about that last week, but we had a couple things going on. This guy got sick and had a couple things going on too, so we never got to drop that. But from now on, we're going to try to be dropping every single event.
I'm trying to drop every Sunday. So after the event this Saturday, we're going to drop a podcast for the event that comes next Saturday. Try to drop it on Sunday morning.
And you guys are definitely going to see the evolution because we're going to get a green screen. It's going to be crazy. You're going to see it evolve. But I'm looking at this card right now. Where do you want to start looking at it?
I want to start from the top of the card. We'll start right from the main event. Start with Petr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili. So Petr Yan, obviously, he's only won 2 of his last 5, but one of them was obviously a disqualification loss.
Yeah.
And then he had the split decision loss.
Which he would have won if it wasn't for that, I think. I think he would have.
For sure. He was winning.
Aljo wasn't ready. Aljo was ready the second time, though. Aljo kind of dominated him the second time.
And then he obviously got the split decision loss to Aljo, where Aljo became the undisputed champion. I guess proved himself, but
he beat him up. I remember seeing that he beat him up in that one. He lost that one,
and then
my boy
Sugar Show,
my boy. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Sugar Sean.
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi O'Malley shirt. I'll be busting out this summer. You know, I said, if Sugar wins, I'm buying the shirt.
Yeah, we were watching it. This guy said, listen, if Sugar wins, first he had a bunch of parlays. This guy's the biggest Sugar Sean fan. This guy had a bunch of parlays. He's like, if he wins, I'm buying the Abu Dhabi shirt. And then right at the end, because it was a decision, right at the end, he's like, he had like the phone in my face like this. He's like, look, purchase.
So yeah, he's won 2 out of his last 5. Merab he's on a 5-fight win streak right now.
This guy has the
facts. It might even be more than that. It's actually 2, 4, 6, 8-fight win streak.
Yo, in these pictures, these guys look but I'm gonna be honest with you, these are little guys.
Merab's on an 8-fight win streak, but only one of them came by KO. All the rest are unanimous decision wins. His last win, obviously, Jose Aldo in August of 2022, and then we obviously know Petr Yan's.
What are they fighting at? 135.
Yeah, 135.
It says kilos here.
Yeah, bantamweight. Yeah, 135. So, what do you think? Who do you got?
Petr Yan, bro. Because Petr Yan is pissed that he lost to Sugar Sean. I heard rumors that he was thinking of like switching companies and all, but it was all that because like he feels he got robbed, right?
Yeah.
Like I have to watch the fight over, but I watched that fight probably 3 times, and there was one, I think the second, that was really close to Sugar Sean, and like Sugar Sean's gonna be champion, man. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but he's gonna be champion because I heard very recently that Henry Cejudo isn't gonna be fighting Aljo, so like if that's for real, then the only person that fits the picture is Sugar Sean. So if he fights, which I think is May 6th?
May 6th, yeah.
If he does May 6th, becomes champion, then I don't know what the deal is with Henry Cejudo. But Petr Yan, if he wins this fight, he's definitely back in that picture because it's only Aljo and Sugar Sean that beat him. He pretty much messed up everybody else. But we're going to see what he does with Merab because he's probably the only under contender other than Cheeto and Sanhagen. But they're already booked up for when? When's that?
That is the not March 18th. 2 weeks from this Saturday's card.
That is the fight I want to see in the bantamweight division. I want to see Sugar win the title, of course, but the fight that I want to see in the bantamweight division is Cheeto Vera versus Corey Sanhagen because that's going to be gas. But we're going to talk about that probably next episode or 2 episodes from now, something like that.
So what I think, so Merab's not really a finisher. So I'm going to go ahead and say Petr Yan by knockout in the early rounds, but if it goes past round 3, I think...
it's a 5-rounder.
It's a 5-rounder because it's the main event. So if it goes past round 3, I'm going to go ahead and say Merab gets a decision. But he's never been in a 5-round fight, but Peter
has. And Peter has been in 5-round
but he takes his slow. So we're going to see with that one. I'm going to go ahead and say, like I said, Petr Yan by finish in rounds 1 to 3. If not, then Merab by decision.
I got Petr Yan getting the job done. I don't see Merab beating Petr Yan, to be honest. Especially after a loss. These guys are dogs. These guys are vicious. Petr Yan called Sugar Sean a hooker. I know I talk about Sugar Sean, but call him a hooker. He thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and he lost. So, he's coming back with a vengeance. I'm saying Petr Yan indefinitely.
All right. So let's move on to the next fight on the card. It's Alexander Romanov against Alexander Volkov. If you look here at their stats, Volkov has got a 5-inch height advantage. He's got a 5-inch reach advantage. What is that? 17-pound weight advantage.
10 losses.
Yeah, but look at the knockouts. 23 knockouts out of his 33. But Alexander Romanov, he was on a 4-fight win streak. He lost his last fight, but Volkov has had some trouble with wrestlers before, and Romanov's a wrestler. So I'm going to go with Alexander King Kong Romanov on this one.
See, I don't really know much about these guys, and from looking at the stats, I'm going to go with Romanov too, man. I'm going to go with Romanov just because he only lost one time and the other guy lost 10 times. But, it's a UFC. Anybody could lose. This guy looks like a vicious killer. They both look vicious, but I'm going to go with Alexander Romanov, just strictly based off wins and losses.
All right, let's move on to the next one then. So we got what was supposed to be the main event a couple weeks ago, but Nikita Krylov got sick. Sounded like he had the shits or something.
I'm kind of glad this happened.
Yeah, because now we got a second main event here, a main event type fight. We got Nikita
Krylov.
the Miner Krylov against Superman Ryan Spann. See, so now I've been going back and forth with this for a couple weeks. On my first episode of my podcast, where it was just me sitting in my room by myself. This is the first official episode, by the way. That one we won't count. But I said Ryan Spann.
I watched it.
I said Ryan Spann based strictly off his knockout of Dominic Reyes. I was really impressed by that one. But now I've been going back and forth, and I've actually watched Nikita Krylov against Alexander Gustafsson, where he knocked him out in the first round. And I watched his Ozdemir fight, where he won by unanimous decision. I'm going to change my pick here. I'm not going with Superman Ryan Spann anymore.
I was going to tell you, give me my $3.
I'm going to switch up.
I was waiting for my turn to talk.
I'm going to switch up, and I'm going to go Nikita Krylov. I've had a couple weeks to sit on it, and I'm going to go Nikita Krylov.
Damn, bro. I thought you would go for Ryan Spann for sure, bro. You're a big Ryan Spann guy. Last time when he was supposed to fight last time, he wore a Superman shirt.
And a Superman hat.
Man, I thought you were going to go for that, and I was going to bet you. I was going to go with Nikita Krylov. I think Nikita Krylov is going to win, but just for the sake of me and you enjoying and watching the fight, I'll go Ryan Spann, you go Nikita. One of our bets. Deal?
All right, let's go.
Let's deal with it. So our bet, I'll take Ryan Spann, but I think Nikita Krylov is going to win, but it's going to be a tough, good fight.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me.
To be honest, that's something I was looking forward to that day, and they didn't even tell us that it was canceled until like the main card started. We watched the prelims, early prelims, everything.
Oh yeah, we watch everything, guys. So the next fight I want to talk about here, let's go here. Ricardo Ramos against Austin Lights Out Lingo. I don't know too much about either of these fighters, if I'm being honest, but
reach advantage for Ricardo Ramos.
Yeah. They're roughly the same height. Lingo's got an inch on him in height.
Young in their careers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ricardo Ramos by submission.
Jeez, see, I'm not as good as this guy. I can't predict by submission and knockout, but like I'll just be guessing. But I can just by looking at it, and if I recognize the name, say who's gonna win. I'm gonna go with Austin Lingo. What's his name? Austin Lights Out.
Yeah, Lights Out Lingo.
Austin Lights Out Lingo. Don't disappoint me, buddy.
All right. So Ricardo Ramos, Lights Out Lingo. So let's get down here. We got
this one. I want to see. This is one of the interesting ones.
Obviously, Said Nurmagomedov.
The name itself carries weight.
Yeah, against Jonathan the Dragon Martinez. So
this is gonna be a banger.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm taking Jonathan Martinez. I'm taking the dog money. I like the dog money on Jonathan Martinez. So you guys are looking for a good dog to bet on.
I'm familiar with these guys. At least I'm familiar with these guys because
Jonathan Martinez knocked out Cub Swanson on October 15th. I believe
this guy, you see this guy, bro? Holy, bro.
I believe, you know what? I don't even think that was the knockout. Remember when Cub Swanson had to quit basically because he got leg kicked too many times?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I believe that was Jonathan Martinez.
So
I'm going Martinez on this. And Said, obviously everyone knows Nurmagomedov. Everybody knows that name. But
are they related, or is it just like every man down there? It's like Muhammad, you know?
Yeah, I think they actually are related.
But because of this is the thing. This is why I know who Said Nurmagomedov is. Because of his name, I bet on him. So I've seen him fight 4 times, and 2, 3, 3, 4 times. All the fights that I've seen, all his fights recently, and he submitted everybody. So I'm gonna do it your style. I'm gonna go Saeed Nurmagomedov is gonna submit this guy in the second because the other guy looks tough.
Okay. All right. So
I'm excited for that one. That one has potential to be fight night main event.
It does. So I don't really know too many other people on this card, but there is someone that I want to there's one more fight I want to talk about. If you scroll down on your page there.
I'm on a different page than you because I don't know how to navigate that page, so I got the one that I use. But the one that I use is all in kilograms and stuff.
Okay, that's okay. We got Ariana Lipsky, the Queen of Violence.
That's in the prelims?
That's in the prelims. The Queen of Violence, Ariana Lipsky against JJAldrich. So I just want to let you guys know, again, if you want a bet for dog money, I know I'm big on the dogs.
What's her nickname again?
The Queen of Violence.
That's hard, Lipsky. Bro. That's hard.
So she is coming off a loss. She only has...
Where's she from?
She's from Brazil.
Bro, that's like that meme, bro. That Kill and Peel meme. That's like when you fight a Brazilian, it's like the Americans just want to fight, you know? Yeah, let's fight. The guys are like, I'm going to take your life away. This girl's name is the Queen of Violence. I'm going with her just off her nickname. Yeah. I know that seems like a stupid reason to pick somebody, but I'm going to see if she's really the Queen of Violence. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. So
definitely look out for that one if you're looking for some dog money. So that's it for...
Wait. Who are you picking?
Lipsky, the Queen of Violence.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say, how do you bet against that?
We'll talk about a couple things here before we end this because I want to try to get these podcasts done in 30 minutes or less because I know this generation has a short attention span. And I know me and Spick we're fun and we're outgoing, but I mean, nobody wants to listen to us talk shit for fucking 45 minutes to an hour.
Man, MacBooks, eh? We've been recording for 517 ticks. Doesn't even tell me the seconds. How much? I want to know by seconds.
So this Sunday we are going to be dropping our next podcast. Hopefully, all goes well. It's going to be UFC 286 out of the O2 Arena, London, England. Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman 3, the rubber match for the welterweight undisputed championship of the world.
That's the next episode?
That's the next episode, bro. That's crazy. So we're not going to get into who we want to win the fights yet because we're going to save that for the next episode. But I just want to go over a couple people that are fighting on this card. Because this card is
Marvin Vettori.
Yeah, man. Marvin Vettori against Roman Dolidze. Gunnar Nelson against Brian Barberena. Gaethje versus Fiziev.
Yo, that guy's always fighting, bro. That guy, he like came out of prison and just fights everybody.
Who's that?
The Daniel Rodriguez guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's like his like sappy story. Like, I got out of prison and, you know, like...
You got Rafael Fijol and...
Jack Shore's fighting on the prelims. What?
Man.
Stupid card.
Jennifer Maia is fighting on the early prelims. She's the first fight on the entire card. And then...
Malcolm Gordon. Why does that name, like, ring a bell? I think I went to high school with someone. To be honest.
So, Joanne Wood against Luana Carolina. And then the last two fights are stupid. Like, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev is going to be...
Yo, I know Justin Gaethje's mad that he's not been in main event. He's a main event name that's always co-main event. Always.
Except for when he fought...
for the title.
For the title, but yeah.
And lost.
Yeah, and lost. All right.
Sorry, Gaethje.
So
I fucks with Gaethje. Gaethje's cool.
I fucks with Gaethje too, but
I got him on that. Oh, I'll tell you next episode.
No, yeah, we'll talk about that one next episode. So, all right, I got a couple questions for you before we get out of here.
Ooh, this guy got questions for me. Put me on the spot.
I got questions. All right, I want your top 3 because we've tried to do top 5 and we go back and forth with this, but I want your top 3, not who you think is the best. Your top 3 favorite current UFC fighters under contract right now. Now you could say I'm just putting it out there. You could say Conor because he is under contract.
No, Conor's not on mine. Conor's just entertaining. I think he's not the sickest fighter.
He's not. But again, it's your favorite. So I want to hear your 3 favorites currently right now.
Easy. Okay, because like we spoke about top 5 the other day, right? Yeah. So like we had that conversation and I said a couple names. But then I was like just throwing names because once you get to thinking, there's so many sick people, man. So many dope fighters. But last night, I was like, bro, did I mention that in my top 5? And that guy's like my favorite. It's Charles Du Bronx Oliveira, baby.
Okay.
Charles Oliveira is up there. Top 3, I don't know in which order, but he's definitely up there.
Any particular order. It doesn't matter. You can just throw the names out there.
I'm not going to diss too hard, but I don't like these guys that come and beat up are my favorites. But I guess it is about the best fighter. But, you know, these, what is it called? Kazakhstanians or whatever?
All these Russian fighters, man, I hate.
They're like Arab Russian though. They're like different type of Russian. You know what I'm talking about?
They got a Muslim first name and a Russian last name,
and they provide boring fights.
I concur.
They win, but they're boring fights. I guess if you like watching grappling a lot, I like watching a lot of stand up. I don't mind grappling. Like Charles Oliveira is one of my favorite, but he's like an exciting type of grappler, you know?
That Volkanovski against
Charles?
No. Volk
or
against
Islam
was a pretty good fight.
Man, I kind of do feel bad for Islam though, because 2 weeks ago this guy fought for number 1 pound for pound, and right now he's number 3 pound for pound. Like, did you really win? Like, what did you sacrifice? Like, you know?
All right, let's stay on track here. So
okay, Charles Du Bronx.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
You know, man's liking a little bit of China. No, I like Zhang Wei Li, just based off that Joanna fight where she made her look like an alien. I became a fan. And then I watched her fight Rose. I bet for Zhang Wei Li, and she lost. And I was like, man, Rose got lucky because you like Rose, right?
I'm a huge Rose fan.
And I like Rose too. Everybody likes Rose, you know? I'm the best. Everybody, they got teary for that, right? But... yeah. Zhang Wei Li, I knew she was going to come back in a rematch and win, which she did, right? I'm not mistaken, right?
No, she didn't because
Carla Esperanza beat
Rose,
that's right.
and then Zhang Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li is the baddest bitch at that weight class.
So since we're talking about this, before he gets to his 3rd pick, I got a little something for him because I know he's a huge Zhang Wei Li fan.
I am. I love me so.
There we go. And I knew he was gonna put her in his top 3, so I got him that. Just a little something because that's my dog.
Yo, stop this. Yo, look at this. Let's see if I can pick it up on the camera.
And he's a huge, like a Dragon Ball Z type nerd. So, you know, I got him that. That's my dog. He'll probably wear that shit to the gym.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's funny you say that. I was about to say this is perfect to go. This is perfect to go to the gym and train with.
There you go.
So I was like, yo, I hope you don't expect me to like wear it to the club or to like the bar or something.
All right, so let's get that number 3 fighter out of the way.
Okay, number 3. There's a lot of people are like, hold on, let me just look quick.
You got to pull up the. Okay, so while he's looking for his 3rd fighter, I'm gonna tell you right now, my number 1 overall, I'm gonna go Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'm a huge Sugar Sean fan.
I was thinking of Sugar.
Sugar, just the way he fights. I like him. Outside of the octagon.
Yeah, I like his podcast.
I listen to his podcast. I watch everything he does. I'm a huge Sugar fan. And also, you wouldn't think so because they're in the same weight class and they're both looking like possibly in line for a title shot. Number 2, Marlon Chito Vera. I'm a huge Cheeto fan. Again, I like the way he fights. I wasn't a huge fan of the way that his and Sean's fight ended. So hopefully we can get that rematch one day. And my number 3, I'm going to tell you right now, Tuivasa. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa.
Oh, Tuivasa, yeah.
I love.
So, yeah, this guy's going strictly off entertainment.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. That's what I said. My favorite fighter is not strictly not.
I would be surprised you put Connor.
Skill.
Oh no, he's not active.
He's not active right now, but I mean he's under contract. So
honorary mention: Sugar Sean, Israel Adesanya, but no, I have to put my boy because he's entertaining as hell and he doesn't lose, even though he just lost, but doesn't lose. Alexander Volkanovski.
Okay, you know what I thought he was gonna say? I thought he was gonna say Michael Chandler. But
I like Michael Chandler, but he be getting beat up. Michael Chandler be getting beat up, bro. And
yeah,
like I think, do I think he's gonna beat Connor? I don't know. We'll talk about that on another segment of what do you call this?
It's the HandWrap Podcast. So where every week we rap about who's gonna get these hands. Maybe one day I'll get this guy to watch something other than a Jake Paul boxing match, because there's some good boxing matches coming up this year. But that'll be something we'll talk about on another podcast.
I feel like the Jake Paul hype is done.
After that one, they're looking for the rematch for July.
Yeah, for sure, and he's probably gonna win, and they're gonna do a trilogy. And,
of course.
Now I can just read this shit like a book, you know. Now the hype's done. Jake Paul got knocked out. I just like rooting for the guys that everybody hates. So like everybody was hating for Jake Paul, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the other side on this one.
Yeah. So that's it for the first episode of the HandWrap Podcast. I'm your host, Boyd, a.k.a. Boydzy, a.k.a. Chef Boyd RD. This is my co-host, Spick, a.k.a. Ariel, a.k.a.
Ariana Martinez, the rap genius. I'll come up with some sick nicknames later.
He's got 100 other nicknames, just in case, Oreo, Spectacular, OG Spitta.
Allegedly. Allegedly. All those are alleged.
Allegedly. But
anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and tune in for next week, because this is just a fight night. We're going to get probably more in depth with the actual UFC events, and there's a lot more content coming, so stay tuned.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Whoop, whoop.
Booming.